Hello, fifth grade writers. We are moving on to the next phase of our literary essay writing work. So far, we have analyzed literary essays and we worked on viewing and analyzing a video and watching for important details, themes, and work to write long about them. If you remember, you did that in your literary essay notebooks. Last week, we took our text evidence and we created mini stories based on the parts of the movie or video that we remember. Now it's time to take the work that we've done in your literary essay notebook from the very beginning and begin to develop the parts of our literary essay. So just like a pilot uses tools to help them fly, we are going to use a tool to help us begin to draft our essay. If you remember, the parts of an essay are the introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. To help you with this, we created a graphic organizer for you to analyze, for you to jot down your thoughts after analyzing the work that you've already done. This organizer will be pushed out to you using Google Classroom. You will then be able to take this and write your information into each box below the part of the essay you're working on. For example, we are going to start with the introduction. This should include your hook, your thesis or claim, and the reasons that support it. So now's the time where you have to make a decision. You go back to your literary essay notebook, decide on the thesis that you want to take and use in your essay. That was lesson 3. So I'm going to take and use my example, my thesis: you can achieve anything with hard work. I know that I need to have a hook, and I need to state my thesis or claim and possibly the reasons that support it. So I'm going to begin typing here. Let's see. I need a hook. Often, can't type today, in life, you come across a task that seems almost impossible. Okay, so if you notice, I did not state my hook yet. Did not state my thesis yet. I'm just giving a hook. Now I'm going to state my thesis. The boys in the Kanye football club video taught me that, and here comes my thesis, anything is possible with hard work and dedication. They showed me this, so now I can start and state my reasons, or I can add that in afterwards once I develop my essay. If I go back to my thesis in my literary essay, I jotted down 3 points where the boys showed me that they can achieve anything through hard work. The villagers laughed at them and they decided to build the pitch. They practiced every day. They had to overcome many obstacles, and the boys made it to the semifinals of the game. So I could take those 3 instances and make them my reasons. So when you go back to your essay, they showed me this when they didn't let the villagers discourage them, when they dedicated themselves to practicing every day to enter a competition and during the semifinals of the ball game. Okay. From here, you start to develop your reasons and expanding that with your mini story. So I'm just going to go over one of the examples and leave the rest for you. So reason one, or evidence. This is something that you took from the video and should describe why you feel your thesis or claim is valid and true. So going back to what you had done in your notebook and what I wrote here, they didn't let the villagers discourage them. So again, you need to start with some kind of transition to get you into that paragraph. One way the boys taught me that anything is possible through hard work was when we didn't let the villagers discourage them. Okay, that was one of my reasons or my evidence from the video that proves my thesis is true. Now it's time to take that and expand it. So that's my reason. Now I want to expand it. Here's where you're going to add your mini stories that should have helped you in lesson that you've done in lesson 4 that will help you with this work. So this was one of the examples was when they worked together to build a space to practice. I could use this because that's when the villager was laughing at them. So I could make that part of my mini story. So you could take this and copy and paste it in and change the words around. That might go better for my second. Let's add that in here. I'll start typing. Expand and tell me more about it. So you want to tell more about that part of the video, going back to the mini stories you wrote. So let's say I didn't write one for the villagers, but I'm going to do that now. In the beginning of the video, the villagers asked the boys what they were doing. Boys replied back. Okay, I'm going to stop there. This is the kind of work that you need to be doing for every piece of evidence or reason that you're bringing into your essay. So you want to go back to the video. You can rewatch it if you have to. You have the links, and kind of relive that moment in the video and find a way to bring that into your essay. You don't want to just explain what happened bit by bit, but you want to more show me. So by using words like instead of saying the boys replied back, telling them what they were going to do, I'm saying that the boys replied back excitedly. That's showing me that the boys were really into it and they really wanted to start this team. Then I'm going to go back now and talk about how the villager was laughing, but the boys decided to not give up anyway and worked day in and day out to find a space to be able to practice. Um, you're going to take your essay and go ahead and do the same thing for your reason or evidence two, expanding your mini story here, and your reason and evidence three, your mini story. Then you're going to get to your conclusion. So, in your conclusion, use the mentor essays that you have in Google Classroom already. I will reshare them out with you. You want to restate what your thesis or claim is and any supporting evidence that you might want to include, but you want to show why that's important in life. So if my thesis is that anything is possible through hard work, you want to give one lasting thought in your conclusion. So maybe I could have something like, um, maybe next time something seems impossible or something that you feel like you cannot accomplish, think back to what the boys at the Pontiac Football Club had overcome and use that as motivation. You want to just give one lasting thought about that. We will do more with conclusions later, but right now I would want you to work on getting most of your essay down. Remember to keep them in Google Classroom. Your teachers will be commenting and making suggestions. Don't forget to go back and check them and revise accordingly. Good luck, everybody. Have fun.